Indeed, thank you. So this report is more focused on a progress update regarding the work programme of the team, but also the activity that's happening within the wider Garden Town. Just to pick up on a few things that might be worth drawing to members' attention is whilst the application for Latin Prior is submitted now over a year ago, the discussions are around coming to a conclusion on that are happening now regularly, and the anticipation is that that will go to committee early next year. Officers are working quite hard to see if they can resolve some of the outstanding issues. There is still a holding objection from National Highways, though, that also requires resolution. At Water Lane, members will note that previously the main site promoters signed a planning performance agreement with Epping Forest, with also Harlow and Essex as signatories to that. That envisaged master planning starting earlier this year. That's been delayed for a number of reasons, which I've been looking to try and understand in more detail. The good news is that we are now in regular dialogue with the promoters and are developing a clear action plan for how we can resolve some of the outstanding issues. And in between, I suppose, over the last few months, they've been having conversations, I believe, even with some of you around the table and some of the local parishes and stakeholders to try and understand their view ahead of recommencing that master planning work. East of Harlow, again, I've been meeting with some of the landowners. I haven't yet met everybody, there are quite a few, to try and understand how we can progress a strategic approach to master planning for that site. We do know that there is interest from a number of some of the smaller landowners or their agents and representatives in bringing forward applications. So there's discussions underway about how to address that. And then I suppose I feel like I'm taking all of your news back to you, so please forgive me for that. You individual authority members might want to talk about some of this in more detail themselves. But I suppose the good news is at Gilston that the latest judicial review has been, not sure of the technical term, thrown out, which means that the developers there are now proceeding in earnest with taking that work forward, and members round the table, we will look to bring a briefing on the at least the Village 1 master plan and probably the Village 7 master plan to a briefing session of this committee in January. And then for those of you that walked through the town centre, you'll have noticed that there's been a huge amount of activity, and that continues. I'm sure you can talk about your what happened on the weekend, which was quite special. And then, so that's, I suppose, a sort of very rapid update of what is a very complicated set of activities underway in each of the sites. Separately, we are nearing completion of the North to Centre Sustainable Transport Corridor, which is funded by a Housing Infrastructure Grant from Homes England, and are anticipating that the main carriage works will be finished in the next couple of weeks. There will continue to be various different activities, landscaping, snagging, etc. in the new year. And so I suppose I might stop there, just talking about kind of key activity. There's various other activity looking at progressing feasibility studies and design around some of the transport work. And then we continue to promote the various different activities that I've just been talking about, crediting the various different partners through our communications activity. But if anyone has any questions, or indeed if any members want to detail further about their own activity within their own authority area, then I will leave that to you to do.